Find yourself thinking, I'm feeling really scared to move forward, but maybe I should just suck it up. Or I want the love, I want the promotion, but why would they pick me out of everybody else? Give me just a few moments and I will show you why you are so much bigger than this imposter syndrome and how to move through it fiercely so that you can go after and get that damn promotion or that love that you so desire. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so and hit the bell to be notified every single time I post a video that's going to help you to create a life of inner peace, even though your mind is running amok and you have ruminating thoughts that keep you up at night. And it feels like peace is a distant thing that is not available to you, because I promise you that it is, and I will show you how. I have been coaching high performers over the past 8 years, and one of the most popular reasons why high performers find me is because they feel intuitively that there is something that is holding them back, and they are not quite sure, but it is keeping them playing small. That little voice that tells them that they should be better, or that they're undeserving of something, or that they are not special. This little tiny annoying thing that is holding them back, and they're not quite sure why they can't just move past it. I help these women to obliterate these blocks so that they can really step forward in confidence towards their next level. I have helped these women to overcome this nagging voice that says, you should be better, and instead to create an experience of fulfillment in their life and at work. So stick around so that you can find out how you can experience this too. So one of my clients joined my signature program, the Peace Activation Method, because she really wanted to go for the next level in her career. But she felt this thing that was holding her back from making this move, making her claim over this promotion. It was keeping her playing small. Whatever this thing was, it was keeping her from speaking up in meetings, for putting her hand up for things, for putting up boundaries that really needed to exist within the space, and just generally keeping her stuck, feeling like she was still that junior associate that she started at the company as, even though she had been there for 8+ years. And even though she felt trapped by feeling held by these patterns, she was able to break herself free from it. She transformed those things that were keeping her feeling stuck. She was able to calm those ruminating thoughts that would keep her up at night and that would nag at her and telling her that she wasn't good enough or she was not deserving of what she wanted. And she was able to actually embody the confidence so that she could go out and go after what it is that she wanted. It was no longer something that felt like a force. It was just as simple as taking the next step in front of her. And guess what? After doing these things, she got the freaking promotion and she is rocking it. And she is going for her next one. And while I was working with this client, she would say things to me like, well, who am I to get this job? There are so many other people who are more qualified, better looking, who can speak better, who have better ideas. Why would they choose me? And though office politics are absolutely at play, that is not what is holding you back from your next level. If that's what all it was, it would be as simple as you changing groups or companies, and then you could just step right into this new role with confidence, right? It is not the corporate culture or that company culture that is holding you back. Because even if you did step into another group or another company with a different culture, you would still be bringing this sense of self-consciousness with you. Generally speaking, what holds us back is pretty similar across the board, and it can be categorized into 2 categories. Number 1 is fear. Fear of being judged, fear of not being enough, fear of being rejected. Even the fear of confirming this fear keeps us stuck. The fear of affirming the belief that we are not enough and we in fact will crash and burn will keep us stuck, because we better stay safe and quiet so that we don't feel the discomfort of affirming that belief to be true. But this fear can be covert. It hides as judgment. It expresses itself as judgment to make us feel better a lot of the time. It might come out in things like, ugh, why did she get the promotion? She can't even do her job. Why do they keep giving her these new roles? It must be because she sucks. She just is incompetent. I don't even know how she is still here. This fear is also expressed when we are hesitating in speaking up, even if we're the expert on the topic of this conversation. This also happens when we continue to let people interrupt us. When somebody speaks over us, we just instantly cower and let them speak. And we do this because we're afraid of maybe saying the wrong thing or using the wrong tone or rubbing someone the wrong way. So instead, we stay silent, which helps us to feel small, keeps us playing small, even though we're an expert, and only feeds into our imposter syndrome. Now, the second reason that we hold ourselves back is a lack of self-confidence, although many high performers do not see it that way. Now, this lack of self-confidence tells us that we are not good enough as we are now, and that we need to go around collecting diplomas and achievements and experiences so that we can be fully prepared for this next thing. This lack of self-confidence comes up in ways where we don't feel fully qualified, or we don't feel like 100% of an expert before we're willing to take action on something or to go for this next role. We see the lack of confidence express itself through thoughts like, once you do this, then you'll be qualified for it, or you're not going to get this because you are not as attractive as that person over there, or Stacy is going to get it because she is way friendlier and she just loves to gab. It's in this need to constantly be picking up new certifications, to be the last one in the office every single day. And it's in the taking on yet another project when you already have so many on the go that you do not have time to complete. And thinking that if you just worked harder or faster or more hours, that you could get it all done and prove your value to this organization or to this team. What I would love for you to ask yourself is, what are you trying to prove? And who are you trying to prove it to? Who are you trying to convince that you are good enough? If you are enjoying this video, if you are seeing yourself in some of the things that I am saying, please let me know by liking this video. It helps me to know that this is resonating with you. And feel free to comment below. What are some things that you really want to create in your life this year? I would love to have this conversation with you in the comments. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't have to work hard or never compete against coworkers in order to get a certain level. What I am reminding you of is that a lot of our lives, of what we want, a lot of what happens is outside of our control. You can only control what you do and how you react to situations. You can only control you asking for the promotion. You can't actually control somebody delivering it to you. But let me ask you this. If you were an empowered leader, would you rather hire the people pleaser with no backbone for this new role that will require a new sense of leadership? Or would you rather hire the person who has a lot of self-confidence, who carries themselves with grace, and who still does rock it, even if they don't do as much as the people pleaser over here? Because what I have seen time and time again is people killing themselves to work so hard for an organization that is not their own. And all this does is lead to burnout and misery. And then they happen to get overlooked for these new opportunities that they were chasing so hard for by doing all of this extra work. But these actions are all coming from a place of feeling scared and just wanting to be safe and confident in your space. But just because you have some limiting beliefs or self-doubt does not mean that you are not qualified for that opportunity or that you are not deserving of that opportunity. If you want a life of peace and success, you need to release the root of that voice that says you should be better, or why would they pick me, so that you can move forward in your life with more confidence in this world and make real moves towards the life that you truly want. It's time for you to start asking, why not me? If you're struggling to identify how that inner critic is holding you back, I would love to help. Book in for a complimentary fast track session so that we can create an action plan for you to ditch what is holding you back, keeping you stuck in chronic overwhelm, and rekindle your drive for ultimate productivity and fulfillment over the next 30 days. That link is in the description box below, and I cannot wait to chat with you soon. If you enjoyed today's video, please tell me by liking it and subscribing so that you can continue to create inner peace in your life each and every single week. Yes, even if you are a high performer with a very stressful job. Thank you so much for being here, and when you are ready, I know that you are going to love this video right here.